What is up, everyone? Blue Zerker here, and today I have the most exciting, excellent adventure. We're going to be talking about Exeggutor, and most notably, all the variations of Exeggutor that exist. We have a fun Exeggutor deck that I'm about to showcase and really show you how you might have a problem, but Exeggutor has an answer. This Pokemon has been around since the beginning of the game. Exeggutor EX, very powerful, Tropical Swing, 1 damage, 40, and then if you hit heads, 40 more damage. Kind of the original Gamba Pokemon, something that we were always, just, man, I really hope it doesn't hit heads. Now, the thing about Exeggutor EX is he's a quick establishing Pokemon that it has to have some kind of backup, right? I mean, sometimes you can steal wins with like just getting heads every time, but we have enough Exeggutors right now to make like a whole Exeggutor deck, and I think it's quite fascinating. The different Exeggutors have some very different things and niche applications that make them all really interesting, and kind of choosing which one you want to play really varies between the meta. Now, I'm not like Exeggutor is the best thing in the world person. Historically, I've never loved Exeggutor, but this game is making me really enjoy Exeggutor. Now, one of the powerful things that goes with these Exeggutors, especially the higher end ones that people don't realize, is Growth Spurt Execute. Now, positioned in the meta, it's not the best. 50 HP dies to Skarmory plus something. It dies to like a Litten with the 30 damage attack because of the weakness. We are going to shore that up with some options in the deck, but I just want to go through each of the Exeggutors really quick. We have the Exeggutor EX, the base one. 1 Grass Energy, 40 damage, deals 40 more. Everyone knows this one. We have base Exeggutor, who's from the same set, works the exact same way, but he does 30 damage and he deals 30 more. This is like an option if you need an option against Oricorio or something along those lines. We have Alolan Exeggutor, which is one of the most fun cards in the game, I think, because you have to commit so much to it, and if it doesn't work out, it feels so bad, but if it does work out, it feels so good. For 3 energy, you are going to deal 150 damage, but only if you hit heads, right? That's not guaranteed, but it's bulky enough that you're probably going to get at least 2 hits off with it, or at least 2 attempts at a hit off with it. And if any of those hit heads, you're knocking the opponent out. There's not a lot that survives that. And so we can also see that we have the other Exeggutor from Mythical Island. This guy has been super cool from the get-go. I think this Pokemon is really neat. 4 energy, and it has the Psychic Attack. And the Psychic Attack deals bonus damage to the enemy based off of how much energy they have. So something like Giratina gets hit really hard if it's set up. If it's ready to attack, we one-shot it. If it's getting set up, though, we're still dealing at least 80 plus 20 per energy. It has to have 4 to do its attack, which puts it at 160 damage from Exeggutor, and it does not knock us out if we have a cape. So we're going to show you the deck. Here's that deck. Now, there is an Execute that has 60 HP, and there is an option to use it. What's so nice about this Execute, though, is with Growth Spurt for 1 energy, you are going to gain a Grass Energy. This really helps set up Alolan Exeggutor and Mythical Island Exeggutor, and in the matchups where the opponent is trying to stall and set up Giratina, you're allowed to attack with Growth Spurt. If the opponent has a faster attacking Pokemon, well, you just throw a cape on it, whether it be the Leaf Cape or the Giant's Cape, and now you're going to survive whatever quick hit they have, and you can start putting pressure on with your Exeggutor from Genetic Apex or your Exeggutor EX to hit them hard and fast, even if they are coming at you with the Fire deck. Now, this really is a meme. I started this as a meme, and then I won a bunch of games with it, and I'm like, hold on, there's something here. So we've got 2 of the base Execute. We can't play more than 2 Execute because of the naming convention, but this one has the Growth Spurt ability, and it just allows us some more versatility. We can often find capes to keep us alive. So the 50 HP is scary, especially in the current state of the meta, but we do have some game. We have double Alolan Exeggutor. So many times I was playing, I'm like, yep, I want to see Alolan Exeggutor exactly, and we're going to try for heads, and I get it, and we might get the heads, we might not, but that is the Pokemon I'm often looking for. One Mythical Island Exeggutor has the option of getting set up on the bench. One of Exeggutor EX's problems is that it is very committal. It has a retreat cost of 3, which means that it's probably dying. You don't have time to set something else up on the bench, but because of the Mythical Island Exeggutor hitting so hard, we can set it up while our first Exeggutor EX is softening the opponent up, and it can come out and be surprisingly powerful. Again, Leaf Cape puts these Pokemon at like 160, 170, 180 respectively, and it is just a very powerful tool, especially when we can pair it up with something like our Ericas that's going to keep us healthy. Double research in Pokeball for consistency. We only play one Pokeball because there's only one searchable basic Pokemon in the deck. It's the other Execute. Now, you do want to see it. You do want to have the Pokeball, but if you draw it, it's not a big deal. You can always do the Communication Pokeball combo. We've got Pokemon Center Lady to help with any status nonsense, and Celestic Town Elder. This is a really cool combination. Oftentimes you see with Celestic Town Elder, it's not really doing what you want it to do, but I think it fits perfectly at home in this deck. Execute, if you get a non-EX Execute on the bench, or it's active and it gets knocked out, while you have your other Exeggutor in the back, you can bring your Execute back and start setting up your third Exeggutor. This deck will keep throwing Exeggutors at the opponent until they lose, or unless you get a bunch of tails. We have the Iono. This is going to help trade out which Exeggutors we have in hand for something better and potentially disrupt the opponent. And yeah, the deck, this is not probably the finalized version. This was just something I thought would be kind of fun to showcase, but it ended up being way more fun and surprising than I thought it was going to be. I'd really like to see this deck go out into the community and see how people can kind of optimize it, because as of right now, there's a few tweaks I would make here and there, but overall, it's so much fun to play, and I hope that is showcased in the games. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoy, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot. I'm trying to hit 250, and as more people engage with it, it's just crazy how exponential YouTube is and how it grows on itself. But I appreciate all the people who have been engaging with my content. It really does mean a lot. Don't forget to comment which your favorite Exeggutor is. Mine is Alolan Exeggutor. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought this thing was troll, but man, oh man, I have so much fun playing it, and I literally get like physically excited when I see that heads pop up. It's such a fun way to engage with the game, even though it is kind of Gamba. Anyway, we're going right into the videos. Thank you so much again. I've been Blue, and I'll smell you later. All right, guys, we're getting right into it. We're going to be going second. We're going to be able to showcase this Execute's Growth Spurt ability. Now, we don't have any Exeggutors in our hand, which is kind of crazy considering how many we're playing. We're playing against a Bellsprout deck. We have Leaf Cape. We know that they can't threaten us with anything crazy, so we are going to go ahead and just Growth Spurt. Now, we're in a good spot to really pull any of our Exeggutors. That one extra energy really helps. The Mythical Island one wouldn't be great. They have the Victory Bell. They're going to Rare Candy. Next turn, it's going to take us out if we don't get anything crazy. We're going to Pokeball here into Execute. We will communicate it away. We're guaranteed an Exeggutor. If we get a Alolan, we could potentially just win the game. There it is, Alolan Exeggutor. We're going to throw that third energy on it. We're going to attack. I think about using that Tropical Hammer, and heads! We win the game. Just that easy. Alolan Exeggutor is way too good, way too fun going second. We are going to be going first this game, however, and we are going to lead with Execute because, of course, it is the only option we have. This second game is against a pretty interesting deck. It looks super standard at first, but the opponent has some cool, fun plays for us. They're going to have Research. They're going to draw 2 cards. They're sitting over there big and heavy. We have the base Exeggutor because there's 2 Exeggutors from base set, but this is the base Exeggutor. We're going to Stomp to see if we can get going. We're going to get Tails, hit them, and we are going to deal that 30 damage. This one only deals 30 and deals 60 on the heads, but it only gives up 1 prize point, and for 130 HP, it is pretty solid. They're going to Berry, attack us for 100 HP though, right off the rip. That's the power of the Snorlax and Berry combo going second. They hit so quick, so hard. They're not going to wake up, and we're going to draw Elder. Now, the thing about Elder is we have to have an Exeggutor knocked out, which looks like will happen soon. We are going to keep this one alive, though, through a combination of Leaf Cape and Erica. If they have another Berry in hand, we are going to be ahead. We are going to Stomp. They are going to go down to 50. We get the heads thanks to it, and they are going to wake up from being asleep. But we do survive Berry, and we're in an okay position. We see a Duskull come down. This is when I knew they had an interesting deck. But if we get heads, we should be all right to take them out. We're going to draw. I'm going to get Iona. We want to get that other Execute, especially because we can get to Elder later and we know the opponent is playing slower. We draw a Pokeball. It's just like that sometimes. We are going to flip. We get Tails. Unfortunate. Snorlax is going to go down to 20, but as long as the opponent doesn't have Rare Candy, we should be able to knock this Snorlax down. And then we have Mythical Island Execute, but they do have the Rare Candy. There's the Dusknoir, man. This Pokemon is so freaking cool. Any Pokemon that can just survive these hits and doesn't get one shot just gets so much longevity, and they live with 10 HP, which means they are going to be able to get another use of it, even though it will knock it out. We're going to just start getting the energy piled up on our Execute back here. We do have Mythical Island. I'm going to hold it. We don't have a need to evolve it yet. We could lose to like a Sabrina knockout or something. That would be unfortunate, but I want to leave the open for the other Exeggutors. That is part of it. You know, you do have to commit to the Exeggutor that you get. We don't have a de-evolution method yet. They're going to collapse onto us. Attack, we are down to 60. They're full. They're sleeping, so maybe we can do something here. We see the Alolan Exeggutor, and this is exactly why you don't want to just willy-nilly throw down your Exeggutor evolutions. We might be in a position where we have to rely on the Exeggutor, and we don't want to not have access to it, but we do have the Elder, so we might be able to use all of them. They're going to suck all that energy though onto the Duskmoor, knocking it out, and now we have this full HP Snorlax in front of us. It is asleep though. We got very lucky on that. We see another Alola Execute. We have the Elder in hand. We can go ahead and figure out how we're going to distribute this energy. By doing this way, we're going to give ourselves the option to retreat, but we are just going to stomp, hit that Snorlax, bring it down to 80. That'll let us knock it out with an Exeggutor EX if we get the chance. They throw another Duskull down. I don't know if I can survive another Duskmoor. They're going to Sabrina us out, and now our Exeggutor is going to be in trouble. They are going to collapse though. Mistake on the opponent's part. They could have knocked us out with the Giratina, and they opted not to keep it back there because we could then kind of come swinging at the Exeggutor, I guess. Not really sure exactly why they did it that way, but had we been knocked out, we still have this Elder in our hand, and we need to utilize it. We are going to attack with this Psychic, dealing 160 damage, and now when Giratina comes in, it is going to hit hard, knock us out, and hopefully we can get something set up on the backside. I really don't want to see another Duskmoor. And there it is, the rare candy coming down. Now we're in a bit of a pickle. We cannot go for Exeggutor just stomping it to death. We will never be able to knock it out before it can knock us out. So we're going to send this Stomp Exeggutor back out. We're going to draw. We're going to throw down our Elder. We get Execute back. Now we have to get him ready to go. We're going to throw the energy on him. We're going to stomp the opponent. See what we do. We deal 60. That's pretty good, but that Duskmoor back there is just going to keep this Giratina so freaking healthy. Like, we just need one more knockout. They absorb the damage from the Giratina. They're going to be able to attack and knock us out. And I don't really know that we have a position that we can win here. We're going to throw the Execute out. Just kidding. Of course, we always have a position to win. We are going to figure out exactly what we want to do. Throw a Alolan Exeggutor down. We're going to put an energy on it. We can't attack yet. We need one more energy on it to do anything. We're going to cape it up, though. That way we don't have to deal with anything wild. Double Giovanni. Obviously, they can't do that, right? But we're just going to throw the cape. You know, there's no way to do anything crazy excess. They chaotic impact us. We're down to 40 HP. We're going to draw. There's the Leaf Cape. Man, I wish I'd have held it, but it doesn't really matter. We are going to throw that third energy on it. We're going to throw our Communicator just to see what other Exeggutor we can see. There's the Exeggutor EX throwing the Pokeball down. It's all up to this. We Tropical Hammer and we get a heads. We win the game. We beat the Giratina. We were able to plow through the Duskmoors and the Snorlax so freaking. All right, at this point, I'm just feeling myself. I go right into ranked. I'm like, yep, this deck is awesome. There's no way we can lose. It's so good. Oh my goodness, and we're up against a fire deck. Well, if there's anything grass decks have a hard time doing, it's fighting against fire decks. They're going to red card us down to 1. As long as they don't have Kiawe, we might be in a position to build up this. Oh my gosh, they always have it. How do they always have this Kiawe and combo? It's so annoying. We will research. We do see Pokeball. This is really good. We can start getting the other Execute set up, I guess. I mean, we're really not in a great position. The opponent is flamethrowing us on their second turn. This is like way more powerful than Ninetales ever was. Execute is going to be knocked out. And honestly, this is probably just the game, right? We're going to draw. We see what we have. We have Leaf Cape. We have Research. We do at least have the Exeggutor EX in hand. And we have the Mythical Island Exeggutor. But we cannot do anything crazy. We have to go into this one or we are going to never stand a chance. It'll take too long to get online. We're going to throw the extra energy. We're going to throw the Leaf Cape on Exeggutor. That puts us in a position to potentially survive too. We get the heads. That's really good, actually, because now we only need one more. As long as they don't have healing, we don't have to have a heads. It's so nice when you need one with heads, one without heads, to get the one with heads early, because then you at least know, okay, I can make a more strongly placed game plan. But they have the giant cape. They're going to go up to 60 HP and they're going to attack us for that fire spin. 110 damage. It is so much. We do draw another cape though. That's pretty good. The Guzma took out that other one. We're going to Erica. We heal up. They can't knock us out with that fire spin. Let's see if we get heads, and we get the heads. We knock this guy out. It is out of here. We got a point, and now the opponent's actually on the back foot. I don't understand how we got to this position. Maybe it's all just through luck, but Exeggutor at least allows ourselves to be expressed through heads. They throw the other Turtonator down. Please don't tell me they have the other Kiawe too, right? They're going to heat tackle us. That brings them down to 50. If we get a heads, we knock them out. That'd be really good. We are going to Iono. We want to find the Elder to get the combo up where we can have another turn, because if this Exeggutor, we want to be able to run away into it. We get Tails though, so we're not going to be able to win. The Litten has 10 HP. I really don't want to see Rare Candy. That would be unfortunate. If they have Rare Candy and Incineroar, I'm really going to lose it. They do Pokeball. They do research. Let's see what they bring out. They throw another Litten in the back, though. We have 1 point. You know, they have plenty of time to get to what they need. We are not in the most winningest position ever. And they're just going to pass because the Litten would knock itself out. We're going to heal. We're going to bring ourselves up. This is going to stop them from Kiaweing us. We Tropical Swing. Heads doesn't matter. We didn't need the crit. We are going to knock the Litten out. And now, suddenly, we find ourselves in a position against this fire deck where we might be able to win. Look at this Incineroar down here just jumping at us. Like, see if we can get away or not. They are going to throw the Torracat out. This is going to hit for, I believe it was 40 on 2, and they're going to hit us. A heat tackle coming in. We're down to 70 HP. We draw. We have the Elder. We can get the other Execute up, but this Exeggutor EX will be 2 points. If they get it, they win. We will throw him back here. We'll throw the energy on. We'll Tropical Swing heads. Oh, we get a Tails. They have the opportunity to steal it right here with the Incineroar if they get it. Plus the burn, we are going to be knocked out. I really don't want to see it. They Kiawe up, and their turn is over. It ends the turn. They got it too late. We can throw this energy down here. We will go into the Stomp Exeggutor, and they concede. We beat the fire deck. There they are. All right, guys, we are going second in this one. We are playing against some kind of water deck. There's a lot of them in the meta right now because of Greninja. Speaking of, there is the Froakie. Going second, we do have Growth Spurt, though, as long as they don't hit us with a crazy Misty thing. They have Oricorio, which says, hey, this Exeggutor EX in our hand is not going to be the play this game. We're going to Growth Spurt up, though. We have an extra energy, and suddenly our Mythical Island Exeggutor in hand is looking really nice. It will take a turn or two more in order to do it. We could Growth Spurt, but we're not going to be able to. They've got the Pokeball. They've got the Communicator. They're getting to the cards that they need. A second Oricorio. They're expecting the Exeggutor EX, and they're going to be really surprised when we don't throw it down. Speaking of, we are going to go ahead and evolve into Exeggutor Mythical Island. It's nice to be able to Growth Spurt, but you always have to play around the opponent being able to Rare Candy into that Greninja and knock us out. They have the Oricorio set up in the back. We are going to see what they end up doing here, but next turn we're attacking for 80 plus the psychic damage, and we are pretty bulky. We even have the Erica in hand. They're going to switch out to Oricorio, though. Maybe they don't realize with the full art that this is, or they're just trying to preserve the Froakie, which makes sense. I think the idea of like them not being able to realize what it is because of the full art would be pretty funny. We do knock the Oricorio out, though. If we get this other Oricorio knocked out, we can get our Exeggutor EX online and not be worried about any Oricorio nonsense. They're going to zap us. We are going to draw. We have Research. We have Erica. The opponent can't take us out because of their energy distribution. We see the other Execute. We're going to start getting it set up in the back. Erica is up. We are full, ready to go. We can Research next turn if we want. Psychic, we are just online. The opponent doesn't have anything they can do right here. Maybe they can like Greninja ping us into a Cyrus and try to stall from there. Maybe they have something else in their deck. They have Rare Candy, though. They're going to get that Greninja coming down with those water shurikens flinging at us. They're going to hit us for 20. Next turn, they could potentially, you know, take us out with like that plus red or some other combo. But we draw the Leaf Cape, double Leaf Cape up our Exeggutors right here. We are going to get that extra cumulative 60 HP. Man, grass type Pokemon are so bulky. We're going to throw the shiny Exeggutor EX down. We're going to attack that Greninja and see if the opponent has any crazy play they can come at us with, but I don't think there's a combination of cards that does it. They are going to heal up with Irida, but it doesn't do it, and they concede, and just like that, we steal another victory with Exeggutor EX. Now we are going first in this one. Of course, the Executed is the only thing we can lead with. It feels so much better to go second, but they do have Cosmog. We saw the steal. We were a little worried about a Skarmory potential attack. That is why we have the Capes. We're just going to pass. There's really not anything we can do right now. They're going to Pokeball. I'm sure they've got Skarmory coming. They've got Research, of course. The enemy. If you don't have Research in hand, you can guarantee your opponent's about to Pokeball Research. They're going to Rocky Helmet on that Cosmog, but because they don't have Skarmory down, we feel free here to just go ahead and use a Growth Spurt. We could also go into Exeggutor EX and try to knock the Cosmog off. The world really is our oyster in this situation. I'm deciding exactly what I want to do. I do say, hey, heads actually puts us in such a winning position. Let's see if we can get it. They have researched, you know, they could rare candy. We're just going to disrupt. We're going to say, hey, we're looking for what we want. Hopefully this doesn't help you out too much. We see double Exeggutors in hand. We got Tropical Swing, and oh man, we swing and a miss. We are going to hit them down to 20. We're going to take that Rocky Helmet damage. And now it's a little more annoying if they rare candy us, if they rare candy into Solgaleo right now. They hit so hard. They've got Skarmory coming down. They've got the other tool. Of course, we gave them Cosmoem, Skarmory, and at least it wasn't rare candy into Solgaleo, right? We're going to draw. We see the Communicator. We're going to use this in order to try to get to that other Execute. We have to start getting another Exeggutor set up or we're going to lose because the Exeggutor EX is worth 2 points. It is really hard to get the Execute back with the Elder. We do see the Pokeball though. This is such a good thing to see here. We are going to communicate first though, and then we are going to Pokeball. That's a mistake. You should always Pokeball before communicating in this situation because we could have messed ourselves up. I actually just clicked the wrong one. Tropical Swing, we're going to hit for a heads. We are going to knock this Skarmory out. That is at least reassuring that we are not going to have them pelting away with that Skarmory. We are down to 70 HP though. Because we were able to hit that Skarmory though, they are a turn behind. Hopefully they don't rare candy us. They have Skarmory here, but they can't attack us here. There's the Solgaleo coming down. He's going to be hitting us hard. We see the Lily. He's back to full. 180 is so much freaking HP. I mean, it's kind of effectively 170 because he deals 10 to himself, but the fact that that thing only does 10 to himself is part of why he is so powerful right now. This is kind of a weird situation, right? We can attack the Cosmog, but then that allows the Solgaleo to come in for free. We're going to research to draw 2 cards. We're going to throw an energy on Execute, and I'm really deciding if attacking is even worth it, right? I actually decide to pass because this is going to force our opponent one more turn behind, I think, and then I completely forget about Solgaleo EX's freaking ability, so they're going to come in and knock us down. That's really annoying. It's part of why he's so powerful, and I just overlooked it. I was too many eggs on the brain, you know, and I'm trying to figure out what the best play is going to be here. Realistically, the only way to knock this thing out, I think, is double heads from Alolan Exeggutor EX. So we are going to try for it. You know, we're going to Tropical Hammer. We get the heads. That's 1 heads. If the opponent doesn't like do a bunch of finagling, you know, they might have to just leave this game on a coin toss. They don't have a way to knock us out without Giovanni, but we see the Iono. I don't think this deck plays Giovanni anyway. There's not enough corner cases for it to matter. We see the Elder, but because we gave up 2 points, we are down to 10. They have Rocky Helmet. We are going to be able to Erica ourselves up, and really it is going to come down to this Tropical Hammer. We'll throw the Leaf Cape on for good measure, for extra luck. We feel nice, secure. We're going to flip, see if we can get the... And we get the heads! We steal the win with the double heads in a row. Play to your outs, play to your outs. Oh my goodness, this deck is so freaking fun. Starting off, they get Giratina right off the bat. They're going to throw that energy on it with that Space-Time Bellow. We're going to research, draw 2 cards. We have all of our Exeggutors at our disposal. We're going to Growth Spurt. No other option to do there. The only way they can knock us out, though, is like Rare Candy, Greninja, Misty, right? And that doesn't even go in these decks. So if they do hit us with it, you know, they're just better, I guess. There is the Rare Candy, though, so they could have it. If they Misty and Energy, I'm going to be so upset. They're going to Water Shuriken us down to 30, and then they're going to Bellow. Okay, so we at least have another turn. We're going to draw. We see the Leaf Cape. This is good. We have all of our Exeggutors as options, and now we can figure out exactly how we want to do it. I decide that, you know what, Alolan Exeggutor is the way, the truth. It is the only way that we have a way to victory in this game. We have the Leaf Cape in hand, really just trying to do a little bit of math, figuring out what they can do. Iono, we need to see the other Execute. We have to get the other one set up. We draw Erica, we draw Exeggutor, we say the Pokemon Communication. We attack though, and we're going to get the heads. 150 damage, wham! See ya, Greninja. I know you just invested a lot of cards into it, but we don't have to invest much at all going second. Going second with the Growth Spurt Execute is so strong. The extra energy puts this Alolan Exeggutor 1 turn ahead. You don't always hit heads, but you always could, right? And being able to play around that, they're going to throw the helmet, the cape down, and now we no longer one-shot this Greninja, this Giratina. We do not have red in this deck. We're going to cape, though. This is going to keep us alive from like a Froakie Shuriken other combo, and we flip, and we get another heads. Tropical Hammer swinging. This Exeggutor is just throwing its head around, hitting strays, knocking everyone out, man. That's so freaking cool. They throw the other Giratina down. Now they have to like make a decision, right? They could switch out, but I mean, we're still going to win off the heads because now, unless they throw another cape down, do they have it? They throw the energy on the Giratina. They throw the Bellow on the Giratina. They don't have it. We draw base Exeggutor, and we are going to be able to set him up and potentially get a third Exeggutor. We're going to swing our head, Tropical Swing, and we get a heads, and just like that, whew, Giratina is knocked out of there, and we steal the win from the Giratina Greninja deck. All right, this last game, we are going second. This is going to be a good one. Hopefully, you know, we see grass, so I'm like, man, are they on Exeggutor too? We see the Erica sleeves. These look so good. I missed out on them. I wasn't as invested at the time, but they are going to ball into Research us, and there's another ball. All right, they've got everything they could ever want in this deck, I think. They see the Sprigatito. They have Bonsui. Now, because we see Sprigatito and we know Meowscarada is a thing, we do have to be a little worried. I'm going to go ahead and Growth Spurt. They can't knock us out here because they would have to like X-Speed into Rare Candy into Bonsui. Even though that is a potential combo they could have done, and it might have been worth Leaf Caping, though we do have the extra energy now thanks to the Growth Spurt. They're going to cry for help, so we have another opportunity to Growth Spurt again if we want, but we know that we don't want to go into Exeggutor EX when they have the Meowscarada. We see Elder, we see Erica. It feels bad, but you know, it's part of the game. We can see what we're going to do here. I mean, it's frustrating not seeing that other Execute because we could getting the other one set up. I know that I cannot go into Exeggutor EX because of Meowscarada, so we're going to go into Mythical Island Exeggutor. This guy's going to hit pretty beefy. Can't attack this turn, but next turn he could be popping. Our opponent has so many freaking cards in hand, and then they research, so they have even more freaking cards in hand. And man, oh man, I still keep thinking this Erica looks so good. I wish I'd have picked it up. They have the Bonsui, they have the Rare Candy, and now I guess we are just having a head flipping combo. The Leaf Cape also on the Serena, so strong, 160, matching our Exeggutor. They're going to flip. We're going to see a heads, tails, tails. Okay, cool. We are in it for another turn. We have 160, so even if they get triple heads, we will survive a hit. We can put an energy up on our Exeggutor EX. We're going to communicate. We really want to see the Execute. We don't have to have it this turn necessarily. There it is, though. And next turn, we can have it getting there. We have Erica, so we're going to 160. There's no way for them to knock us out. We're going to Psychic them down with 100 damage. They live with 60. Hopefully, they don't have, you know, another kind of crazy healing grass card. Oh, and there's the Mallow. They're back to 160, and they can just throw another energy on it because Mallow is really strong with Serena. And they hit triple heads. We're going to survive with 10 HP. We're drawing Research. We see Execute. We can start getting this other Execute set up. We're going to Research into our deck. They had way more cards than us. We have some cards now. We Psychic them down. If we get lucky, you know, they just triple heads. Maybe they can triple tails this time, and we will have an opportunity. We could knock them out with like a heads with our Stomp next turn. We see the Meowscarada though, so we're in like a weird position when it comes to Exeggutor EX. They flip. Oh, there's the heads. Triple heads once again. 150 HP. Trop, triple trop, kicking us and taking us out of this contention. We draw. We see the base Exeggutor, and we have the Elder. So now we can get our third Exeggutor online. This is an Exeggutor deck. Like I said, we are hopefully not making omelets. We stomp and we get tails, and that could be the difference maker. Getting the tails there, you know, they live. Hopefully we can knock them out. If they don't have any more healing, we could get it. If they hit us with a Leaf Cape, okay, wait, they have to put that on the Meowscarada, and no, they have Lily. Now they're back to 90 HP. They flip, they hit heads, another triple heads. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, the luck is with our opponent. They have traded something because we are not hitting heads like that. If we'd have hit the one heads we needed, we could have won this game, but maybe we still have a shot. You know, you always play. And the opponent is going to get it unless they hit triple tails, right? That's the play. We needed to Growth Spurt here to set up for ideally our last Exeggutor, which we need to draw. They're going to get heads, and they're going to take us out. This game was just a lot of fun. When I was playing, there was so much tension between the heads and the coin flips and stuff that I really wanted to showcase it, even though we did not get the win. But grass coin flip decks are just so much fun. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, like I said, if you'll leave a like or comment, maybe hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me, more of the content that I do. Any contribution that you make really goes a long way and says, hey, maybe it's not a complete waste of time, but I'm having a blast making these videos, making the content for everyone, you know, who engages with it, and the fact that there are people that care really does warm my heart a little bit. But anyway, I've been Blue. Thank you for watching. I hope you get out there and get coin flipping with some Exeggutors yourself, and I will smell you later.